things happened to me as a kid. A guy was in the house when I came home from school one time in the 5th grade. And I was a latchkey kid. Mm-hmm. He swung in through we lived on the 3rd floor, the top of the building. He swung in through the window.
Swung in through
and was in there.
Don't make it that easy for Anthony, please. Don't make it that easy for him.
I'm telling you the truth.
Make him work for it, Patrice, will you? Jesus.
He swung through the window, and he was in the house, man. I was 10 or something in the 5th grade, and he was standing there with a knife and shit. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. It was a butter knife, but I was just too...
A knife's a knife.
I was just too nervous to know what to do, yeah. And that fucker locked me in the closet.
Shit.
But I knew he was not a hardened guy, because he was kind of nervous, but I was too young to even know, and I don't know, I probably was big enough to fuck him up, but...
Was he a cracky, you think?
It was probably new crack. It was probably new.
A little desperate. So, what, Mom came home and had to let you out of the closet?
Yeah, and she was mad. That shit didn't come home. It was gangster. She was kind of mad that I let this little motherfucker lock me in the closet. She said, how many were there? It was just one.
Like, you fucking went in the closet?
And this nigga, you know what I remember?
What did they take? Do you remember?
I remember what he took.
Yeah.
My mother, when we used to sell spices for school, back then we would sell spices.
Yeah.
Now it's candy bars.
Now it's candy bars, but it used to be spices. My mother sold enough spices for me to get a TV.
Oh,
he stole my Spice TV.
That
motherfucker stole my Spice Prize television. That cocksucker. My mother sold enough for you to choose what you wanted in the magazine. I had my little Spice.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
I'm so glad I gave you a gift today. I'm so glad today's the day I gave you the gift.
I cannot believe how terrible this shit is.
It's horrendous.
It just, to me, seems so violating.
It is. And that's why you think I'm so mad? Like, it's just I'd be mad all the time.
Like, you gotta carry that anger with you.
Yeah, because you just go. That's a lot of people. I got a friend that boxes now. That he boxes because it was some things that happened to him, and he just wants to beat people up, man.
The only thing I remember,
he just wants to beat you up.
From my youth, the only thing I remember that was really violating to me was this one kid in front of these stores used to slap box with me every so often, and I was never good at fighting or anything. I never knew how to block anything, so this guy was just able to smack me around and shit. But it was light, like taps and shit like that. And one day he was with 2 of his friends, and he's like, "Hey, get over here." I was like, "Oh, fuck, here comes it." And he starts slap boxing, so he throws a slap at me, and I lean back, and I come back forward, and a fucking right fist was waiting for me.
Jesus.
Bam! He clocked me in the eye. I went down on my ass, blind in that eye. Like, it was just, couldn't see. I grabbed my eye and just felt warm all over. Blood pouring down my fucking face. And I looked up enough with one eye to see him and his friends going, like laughing at me, almost knocked out on my ass, bleeding from my eye. And I can't tell you how many years, like, that's
to this
stuck
day,
in my head.
You never heal from certain things.
To this day. And all I wanted to do was fucking kill him.
Is that the guns?
And I had fantasies about
the guns. Is that the guns?
That's probably where the guns.
Dude, if you
Gabriel Mayers.
You never forget the name. You think you're older, but see, where I grew up, this was before gangs. Mm-hmm. When I was from 3 to 15, there was no gangs. It was the rough kids and the silly kids. I was a silly motherfucker. I was funny and I played ball, and then it was the street kids. And your whole life was trying to avoid those kids. You took a new route. You pick a route and go around the corner. You see the motherfuckers coming. You build your quick escape James Bond. You unpack your James Bond submarine car, nigga, and go in the lake. And there was these motherfuckers that lived next door. I remember their names too. I just don't say they can't. They caught one of my friends, man, by himself. Man, they made him do 2 things, and I felt bad for him to this day. They made him hold a Dixie cup so they could shoot rocks with homemade slingshots at the Dixie cup as target practice, and they made him be a basketball hoop.
Oh, God. So he made his arms.
They made him hold his arms.
So your face is the backboard,
and they would shoot, and the ball would hit his face and go into his arm.
Oh God, damn.
And all you can do is go, man, I'm glad they didn't catch me today.
Yeah.
That's why this whole cyberbullying thing is just horseshit in the end. Because we all grew up with this.
Are you telling me after Puma suit I shouldn't have fucking
jumped off a
took a couple of
bridge?
sleeping pills? It's
Something.
you know, shit.
It's horrible what happened to that kid.
I felt bad for that kid, but
of course it's not. But it's not an epidemic.
But I'll tell you something.
It's always been around.
At least cyberbullying,
some form of bullying,
leaving me with a black eye and fucking
blood pouring out,
and someone else now has to deal with your fucking. The redemption, like you're gonna be quick to blow a fucking, and when you shoot him,
I ain't get hit again, motherfucker.
Yeah, if you think I'm gonna ever get hit in my eye again, you fucking sadly mistaken.
We don't have to do this, obviously, but we could take phone calls for days about how people were bullied growing up, or did the bullying.
Yes,
and I even said some of the bullies were even bullied.
The first time I stood up for myself. And this is why TV is very important, by the way. This motherfucker was fucking with me. I said, I ain't taking this shit no more, man. Fuck this, right? Mm-hmm. I remember my man Gomez. I have to say this, Gomez. This dude that did something to me the day before. He had punched me in the face. And I had thought about it all night.
Can you tell me how old you were? For reference?
15. This is when I said,
15, you finally said, fuck this.
I
want to wear my own Puma suit.
I can't deal with not wearing my Puma suit ever again. Puma suit. And this motherfucker did, I think he had oh no, it was 2 days before we were playing basketball, and he passed me the ball, and I missed the pass some. But I guess, you want to fight somebody anyway.
Yeah.
And you just make up anything to fight. So we had a fight or something, but I took the high road, like, look, man, I don't want to. You get older. When you're younger, that you're a punk. Older, you're like, are you serious? But he was just like following me home. I went home, and the next day on the bus, Gomez was like, "Yo, let me hold your bag because you got to do what you got to do." I remember Gomez. Gomez actually, that's the nigga that said, "Man, you got no choice."
Yeah, it's time.
But I had, you ever see Bad Boys with Sean Penn?
Oh yeah. Love that one.
Well, I didn't have Coke cans to put into a
into the pillowcase.
I put my mother had aerobic weights, and I put aerobic weights in a plastic bag and took it to the bus, and I just started swinging on it with aerobic weights.
Fuck.
But what happened is I went back to hit that third swing, and I really didn't get them good like I wanted to. They flew out the back of the bag. And so I hit him twice with just an empty bag. So I just had to jump on him and just start fighting. And once my fist, I just wasn't a fighter when I was growing up. Once my fist, I was physical, but not just punching people. But once my fist started hitting his face, I was like, this is not so bad. And he swung and hit me, and we were fighting. And I go, this is not so bad to get fucked up and then possibly fuck somebody else up. I was 300 pounds, so that couldn't have felt good to him.
No.
So anytime you get hit in the eye, you see the shine, that big shine, and then it goes back to regular. Or in the nose, both eyes shine, and then go back, but then your nose is like, I'm like, this ain't so imagine. Like, his must feel really bad. So that was when I was like, I don't want to deal with this no more. And that was literally the last time, but I still, this motherfucker pull a gun out. I'm going to go, look, man, take what you got to take. Yeah. But in terms of a motherfucker, like, balling up his fist, I used to be scared to fight. But if a motherfucker balling up his fist, you go,
I'll take a punch.
I'll take a fucking punch in the face. Fuck that shit.
I've never been very good at taking a punch, though.
But it's like, to give one, it's worth taking one. It just
got a glass jaw.
To hit a motherfucker, it hurts.
You knock right the fuck out.
If you just kind of lightly hit yourself in the face, just a little harder than soft, that fucking hurts. Yeah, it hurts.
Especially when you get older, it's just.
Now you just fucking.
Now you don't.
That's only white trash.
Right.
You will only see white trash old guys on cops. In the trailer park.
Just beefing.
Motherfuckers, like, drunk and punching each other in the face, all bloodied, their t-shirts ripped. he started talking shit about my wife, and I've never been much of a fighter.
Yeah, like
I got out of a lot of shit by.
But you're funny though. But see, funny people are funny.
Yeah. So you get away with it.
It was funny, but where I'm from, funny was too much laughing, too much giggling, too much. You know how I became a victim in that Puma story? I remember. I never fucking forgot.
What'd you do?
I was doing an impression of Deputy Dog.
Oh, in the fucking hood.
That guy
in the hood.
That guy just went like, oh yeah,
this fat pussy. And I was going, like, I was like, you remember, we laughing about Deputy Dog, and this motherfucker was like, you just know he was like, this motherfucker.
You're doing Deputy Dog. He's got a gun.